British Columbia is the province where Vancouver is located, and it's got a very good labor market. Okay, so I'll share later on regarding this. Okay, that's why there's a lot of people going here in Vancouver because, of course, of some opportunities afterwards. Okay, so if you could see this screen, this tall building over here, this is the downtown Vancouver area. Our new campus will be transferring here. Okay, not the whole building, but in this building complex. Okay, it's just called the Vancouver House, and it's a very modern and state-of-the-art campus. It's very near to the cities. It's in the city center. It's very accessible to everything. You can go there using the bus or even the train. Okay, right, and it can accommodate more than 3,400 students, and we will be transferring here this July intake. All right, so it's really nice. So just showing you the map of Vancouver area. This is the city center. So in this part of the town, near the Granville Island, this is where our new campus will be. Okay, so it's still near and everything. All right, we got accreditations in this. Especially here, the British Columbia Education Quality Assurance, meaning to say that we are a legitimate school. All right. Well, we are also partnered with forstay.com for off-campus housing for our students. It's just assisting you if you don't have any accommodation yet. Okay, so the school can assist. We don't have any in-house accommodation, unfortunately. But you can do some homestay or rent some apartments within the area. All right. So what are the benefits of studying here in UCW? Yeah, we got scholarships, awards, and grants. Small class sizes. Okay. 4 intakes per year. That is in fall, winter, spring, and summer. We are ACBSP, which means that we are accredited to offer the MBA and Bachelor of Commerce degrees. We got very knowledgeable faculty with a first-hand experience, okay? Which means that our faculty are CEOs, marketing managers, or vice presidents in the company, which they could impartake their knowledge to the students in what they have are experiencing in the business world, not only through books, okay? Which is very nice when you're studying a business or MBA, okay? And faster completion possible for motivated students. Okay. Now, let me first start with our programs, the graduate programs. Okay. So we got the graduate programs and the undergraduate programs. Okay. Now, in the graduate programs, we offer the Master of Business Administration. The course duration is only for 1.5 years, and we got a very reasonable tuition fee. Okay. And it will prepare the students to take the most challenging situations, of course, and how they could cope up within the business world, not only making up their own business, but also in the corporate world. Okay, the good thing about taking up the MBA is that it is a higher level of qualification afterwards. Okay, this is not a bachelor's degree in which you're gonna take another 4 years, or a vocational degree, which is a lower qualifications, okay, especially if you have graduated from college, okay? And it's one of the most logical thing to do, that if you finish up your bachelor's degree, I think it is proper that you take up, a postgraduate degree, which the MBA comes in, okay? Now, everyone can be accepted, okay, but there are some parameters, okay? First, for the entry requirements, first you need to have a bachelor's degree from a recognized school, college, or a university, okay? I have a GPA of 3.0 out of 4.33, okay? And we are not accepting, or we are not requiring the GMAT or the GRE. So if you don't have the GMAT or the GRE, it's okay, all right? As long as you're a bachelor's degree, okay? And you have at least a minimum of 3 years documented professional or management experience, okay? It means that you're already working professionally or have a management experience if you have, okay? Now, and of course, if you have a bachelor's degree in business administration, commerce, or its equivalent. All right, so that's the basic, or the entry requirements needed for you to take up the MBA program. Now, let's say that you did not reach, or you miss any of these qualifications. we are not going to reject your application. We can still accept you, but we will be adding an MBA foundation program. Okay? That is just an additional 3 months for you to take up the MBA. So before you take up the MBA, there will be just additional 3 months first, okay? But these are for the students who did not qualify for the direct entry, okay? So let's say if you're not a Bachelor of Commerce degree graduate, or you're, let's say, and any other, let's say you graduated of nursing, okay? But you wanted to take up the MBA program, you may still, okay? You may still take that up, okay? But there will just be an additional 3 months of MBA foundation program, okay? But nevertheless, if your qualification is very nice in your professional background, you have been a manager, or of course you satisfy all these entry requirements, you can go for the MBA program, which is only for 1.5 years. Those 1.5 years is just only 5 terms, okay? So it's very, very quick, okay? And it's very, very, fruitful afterwards, okay? And I think it's very, very nice, all right, that after you finish up your studying, there will be 3 letters connected to your name, okay? That helps you with your qualifications in the professional world. So like me, if I finish up my MBA, I'll be Alex Martinez, MBA, okay? It's very nice to see in your resume, okay? All right. And of course, applying for this one, for applying for let's say in the visas, okay, it's very, very logical that, whenever the case officer will be looking, you're really a true student to take up a higher education or a higher level of education. All right. We also have the undergraduate programs, which could be catered to the fresh grads from high school, okay? That is for the Bachelor of Commerce, which specializes for business and its practices. Okay, and the other one is Bachelor of Arts, which is more about communications, media, cultural studies, which is related to business. Okay, so these courses is 3.5 years to 4 years of taking up, and you must at least be a graduate of high school or a 12-year high school and at least 18 years old to take these courses, okay? But I would suggest if you're already a graduate of college, okay, having a bachelor's degree already, take up the MBA program rather than taking up the Bachelor of Arts or Bachelor of Commerce, okay? Because this is much more targeted to the fresh grads or from the high schools, okay? Anyway, so we got the preparatory programs, which I have already mentioned, especially the MBA Foundation program. So this is the program, okay, which could be that will be a package for those students who did not qualify for the direct entry of the MBA. So this is just an additional 3 months, okay. And we got this University Access Program. This is for the English programs. So these are for the students who did not meet the English requirements, okay? So what are the English requirements? That's why you're gonna take up this English programs. Both bachelor's degree and the MBA degree requires a 6.5 English requirements IELTS, okay? With no less than 6.0 in writing especially, okay? So if you don't reach a 6.5, you only got 6.0, then you will have an additional 3 months of a UAP or English before taking up the bachelor or the MBA program. So, but during these trying times, I know some of you cannot take the IELTS, or some of them are still closed. All right, there are some other options. Okay, so how do you apply for UCW? Okay, so you just need to fill up the application form. Okay. And then have the English proficiency test, okay, which I have mentioned. You can take the IELTS, which is 6.5 overall, with no less than 6.0, especially in writing. And then you can also take up the PTE, Pearson Test of English, if it is available there in Malaysia, or the TOEFL, okay. You take up the equivalent score of 6.5 in IELTS, then you will be accepted. Now, if IELTS is not available, everything is still closed, okay? like us here, we're just slowly opening up here in Manila. You can take up the Duolingo English test. Okay, so this is an online English exam. Okay, in which you're just gonna take through online through your laptop. You need to have a score of 105 and above, or better. Okay, so it's just gonna take you 1 hour of taking the exam. All right, and then it's gonna cost about $49 US. All right, and that will be accepted. Okay, so for the English requirement for you to take up here in UCW. Okay, and then you also submit your academic transcript. Okay, okay, I'll just admit that. Okay. Academic transcript of records, and your certificate, which is your diploma, okay, from your high school if you're going for a bachelor, or from your college if you're going for the MBA program. Okay, then this is only for the MBA applicants. Your CV or your resume, you may submit, but I would encourage, or tell everyone, if you would be submitting your resume or your curriculum vitae, make it as very, very detailed as possible. The very, very detailed. You put everything there. You put your achievements, you put your accomplishments, especially your project management, or if you're handling a team, you indicate it in your resume. Okay, so it will be easier for you to be accepted for the direct entry of the MBA program. And then lastly is your passport. Okay, make sure it's not gonna be expired within 6 months. Okay, have your passport renewed. Okay, for the duration of your study. All right. So after that one, you will be submitting it to us, and then we'll be give you we're gonna assess it and give you an offer letter which indicates your accepted programs and every details on it. Okay. All right. Tuition fees. Okay. Tuition fees. All right. For the MBA program, okay, for the year one, first year, okay, you will have 21,000. You need to pay 21,000 Canadian. No, not pay. Okay, the tuition is 21,000 Canadian dollars, 2160, and then on the second year is 14,040. Okay, so all in all, that will be 35,100 Canadian dollars for the whole program of the MBA for only 1.5 years. Okay, that is actually very, very reasonable. If I will be, gonna check, okay, or compare it with other institutions, as far as I know, okay. But if they will be added a foundation program, they will be adding 7,000 Canadian dollars, okay. But let's say that you qualified. So let's go for the direct entry. That's why let's make our CVs as very, very good as possible, because they're gonna base their assessment through that too, okay, aside from the academic transcript. Okay, so 21,060 and 14,040, so all in all it's about 35,100. Okay, initial tuition deposit will be 7,900 Canadian dollars. Okay, so more or less that will cover up one term. Okay, one term and a few subjects on the second term. Okay, and then the next payment will be every other term. Okay, so that will be 3 subjects or every other term. Okay, that will be every 3 months. Okay, when you're studying. Okay. Now, for the bachelor's program, okay, there for year 1 to 3, it's almost the same. Okay, to almost 21,000 from first year, almost 21,000 in the second year, and almost 21,000 in the third year, and then your fourth year, because this might be only half a year or a few months, will be about 6,960, both for the Bachelor of Commerce and the Bachelor of Arts. Okay, so now we have scholarship. Okay, I'm not for good while it supply last. Okay, hopefully it's still okay. All right, for the Southeast Asia Regional Grant, we offer up to 9,720. Okay, so this is eligible for the MBA program. And almost, I'm not sure how much this, okay? So it's like 35,000, and then we deduct the 9,720, all right? So that would be, it's about 25,000, okay? So, but the initial tuition deposit would still be 7,900. But more or less, this will still be deducted, all right? So, all right. By the way, for you to qualify on this one, you just need to submit your application for scholarship. We are not requiring personal statement or any other grade average for this kind of scholarship. Okay, so once you submit your application, you also send this application to, and then that's it. We're gonna give you this scholarship grant. All right. So, uh, that's not qualified. Okay. We got this is our intake dates. Okay, that will be in January, April, July, and October. So if you will be applying today, this June, you can still go maybe for the October intake. Otherwise, you can go for the January intake of 2021. Okay. Now, for you who's asking about the pandemic, so far they're doing the blended education, which means it's online. But they will be opening up those who are already in Canada for August. So hopefully they'll be back in class. And in October intake, hopefully, pray to God a lot that the borders will now open and the pandemic is done. They already find the vaccine. Okay. All right. So, nevertheless, if there's still a pandemic and the border is still closed, they can still take a blended learning, which is online. Okay, but the PGWP will not be affected. All right. Now, for employment, we got career services there. Okay, this is just a department that assists our students. Okay. To help up in finding jobs. Okay, to help. Okay, just to assist. Make their CVs, cover letters. They got workshop there, how to make it good, and other job searching techniques and coaching in their interviews. Okay, while you're studying, you can work up to 20 hours per week. All right, and during part time, okay, and during term break, you can work 40 hours or full time. Okay. After finishing up your study, all right, when you graduated, you are eligible to apply up to 3 years of postgraduate work permit. Okay, so that's kind of nice. You only study 1.5 years for MBA, and then you can have a PGWP. You can apply eligibility for 3 years. Okay, that's very, very good. Okay, now, okay, we're about to end for the presentation. Yeah. We got one according to Academica Group when they made some surveys. They got 100% graduate employment of our graduates. All right. So within 6 months, all of our students from the MBA have been employed. About 88%, secured within 3 months. Okay, and 67%. So really nice. That's really really nice numbers. That within a month of graduating. They got a job. All right. So yeah, that's about to finish up my presentation. There. Okay. All right. Thank you very much on that one. All right. What is the meaning of SOAR?
Sorry?
It says here, what is the meaning of SOAR? Actually, it's just the student orientation dates. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, can you explain a bit about the UAP again? You mentioned something about that during your presentation. Can the candidate use that in place of us, or how does it work?
Okay, the UAP is for the students who did not qualify for English. Okay, so we have our English class. Okay, so the IELTS, let's say, is 6.5, but he only submitted 6.0. So the student will be required to have a 3 months UAP English program. It's a University Access Program. Okay, but if they reach the IELTS requirement 6.5, then there's no need for them to take up the UAP. Or if you take up the Duolingo English online test and they had a 105 score or above, then that's it. Okay, it's no need.
Okay, so what you're saying is a candidate does not necessarily have to have taken the IELTS exam before applying. They can apply without it?
If they would, well, we're still requiring the English, but if they will be taking the Duolingo in lieu of the IELTS, then it's okay, all right? But if they prefer to take up the IELTS, then they need to have 6.5. Okay, so they just have two options on it: the Duolingo Online English or the IELTS. Okay.
And then another thing is for We have a bulk of the participants here today are from Africa, actually from Nigeria. And because Nigeria's official language is English, they would like to know, is there any concession given to Nigerian students when they are applying to UCW?
Well, if it is already in English, I'm gonna ask my African counterpart if they will be if Nigerian students could only submit a certificate of English. Okay, but I need to clarify on that one because I know there are also some countries like us here in the Philippines. We also have English subjects since our primary grades, and they could consider certificate of English. So I would also ask regarding that one for African or Nigerian students. So there might be it could be in lieu of the requirement of the English if they could have this a special arrangement too. But I need to clarify on that one. Okay.
It's okay. That would be good so that we can reach out to people who wants to know.
Okay.
Then, next question is. How can participants calculate their GPA on the 4.33 scale by themselves? Can you clarify on that?
How they could calculate? All right. I'm not yet quite sure on the grading scale of from Malaysia or from Nigeria. Okay.
The scales are very different from university to university. Some it's on 6, some on 5, some on 7. Malaysia is usually on 4.
Actually, us is 1 to 5 here in the Philippines. Okay, so it's kind of difficult, but once you submitted it to us, okay, especially in the application, we could send a conversion on it. Okay.
Okay. And then, so these are some of the questions sent in. What are the chances of getting scholarships for applicants?
All right. For the Southeast Asia Regional Grant, it's more or less somehow looks like an automatic scholarship because you just need to fill it up. But for our African students here, I'm sorry, I'm from Southeast Asia, okay? So I need to find if we got also the same scholarship for Africa, okay? No sound.
The university-based scholarships, are there any that international students can enjoy?
Yes, for Southeast Asia, as I mentioned, it's the regional grant, okay? But there are other scholarships there, academic excellence scholarship. I think it's only until 20,000 for them to enjoy it. But that's for those students who got a very, very high grade, okay? But I'll also check for our African students here from Nigeria too, if there are also some African scholarships available, like us here in Southeast Asia.
It's okay.
Okay. Sorry guys, I'm from Southeast Asia. Okay.
Okay, so this is another question. Can I bring my family to study in Canada?
Technically, yes. You could also see it in the website that they will be dependent. Okay. If I will be studying, I can also bring my wife. Okay, but it's actually allowed. Okay.
Does that apply to all levels of study?
Actually, yes. All right, but but the level of getting approved would be limited. Okay, so what I always suggest is that have the student approved first, and when he is there, that's the time he applied for his dependent.
Okay, and then that also applies even if you are studying for bachelor's?
Yes.
Okay.
They could do, yeah. But I always suggest have the student approved first, and then applied the dependent afterwards.
Yeah,
okay.
Of course. Yeah, fair enough. Okay. How sure is the admission and the reduced tuition?
Yes, I already answered about the Southeast Asia grant. Yeah, you just need to apply it, and then we're gonna apply the tuition fee. You're on mute.
That admission will come through if you have the qualification or you.
You just apply. If you're from Southeast Asia, you just apply for the Southeast Asia Regional Grant, and then we're gonna have the scholarship with you.
No, for those who are not from Southeast Asia.
Yes, I'm still gonna clarify because there is certain grants per region. Okay.
Okay. What about the admission itself? They are sure of admission if they have the qualification, or even if you're qualified, you may still not be given admission.
Okay, if you already have a master's degree and you're gonna apply for a master's program, I mean you got the MBA already, and then apply for the UCW MBA, it will be rejected.
Okay.
Yeah, but you know, as I mentioned, if you did not qualify for the MBA direct program, we will just be adding a 3-month MBA foundation program.
Okay, so what happens to someone who already have a bachelor's degree from his or her country and then is trying to do another bachelor's degree at UCW? Is there a problem?
Okay, there might be a problem if it is the same program, or I mean completely same program, even for the visa, because it's a duplicate study. Okay, so if that's why I've said the most logical thing is that if you already have a bachelor's degree,
okay,
you take up the MBA because it's a higher level of qualifications.
Okay, so it's better you go for masters if you already have. What if you intend to switch careers? Maybe you had a bachelor's in history or something before, and now you want to do a bachelor of nursing. Is that allowed?
Let's say you're a bachelor of nursing, but you want to take up the bachelor of commerce. It's fine.
Okay.
That could be good. But
okay.
the thing is the student really willing to take up 3.5 years of studying, or rather than taking up 1.5 years or 1 year and 9 months, just take up the MBA program, right?
Okay. You advise the MBA program. Okay. I'm sure they. Okay, this is a question from someone is finishing bachelor's program by September 2021. Can the person apply for admission now, or you advise that they should wait until next year to apply?
Finishing the bachelor for 2021. Well, you also need to have the documents. Okay. If you apply today, it's very early. Okay. So if you finish up your bachelor for 2021, well, you can apply now. We're just gonna give you a confirmation of application until you complete the documents.
Okay. And then, so if someone gets admission now, can they defer resumption until next year?
When we say admission, they got their visa approved.
Sorry?
When they say admission, is it their visa already approved?
Maybe you can address at different levels. Before visa is approved or after visa is approved. Okay,
let's say you only got the offer letter. We can still defer. Okay. But once you got the LOA and you want to you have an LOA, let's say it's going for the January intake, and then you got approved, you need to go there because it's already been approved.
Okay.
Otherwise, if the visa approval came in very late, then we can defer for the next intake.
Okay. And you wouldn't need to apply afresh for visa again next year?
No need, because you just need to just defer it, okay?
Oh, it's okay. Okay. So what are the differences between studying in a public and private university in Canada?
I'm not really quite familiar on it. We're a private university, okay? But the thing that I always see is that private university have lower tuition fees compared to public.
Okay. Well, and are there very many?
I'm not quite sure about the public because I guess I I see my counterparts here, but their school is in Toronto
Okay.
or in Ontario. I haven't seen anyone from the Vancouver or British Columbia area here.
Okay. So, are there any scholarships for those in the medical sciences?
As long as you apply for the MBA program and from Southeast Asia, you will have our grant. Okay.
Sorry?
Okay. I think this is the students who graduated in medical sciences. As long as you applied for UCW and in Southeast Asia, you're eligible for the Southeast Asia Regional Grant.
What if the person is not from Southeast Asia? Any
Yeah,
other opportunities?
that's why I'm also mentioned for the African students who are around. I need to clarify with my counterpart in UCW handles Africa if there are also grants from those regions.
Okay. So there are no scholarships that are like general for any student.
Yeah,
Only
no.
regional scholarships.
Yes, there's regional scholarship. So because you're in Malaysia, that's why I meant for the Southeast Asia.
Okay.
Maybe next time I'll ask also for the African scholarship.
It's okay. Okay, so what are the study and work opportunities like?
What do they mean by this?
You mentioned 20 hours of work during the school time and then full time during holidays. So will that be enough to pay tuition?
I cannot really answer that. It depends on your salary too. Because some of my students there, they manage. Okay, I'm speaking in behalf of, let's say, Filipino students. Okay, Filipino students are so thrifty. They don't live in the downtown area because the rent will be higher. So they live in farther towns. Okay, and they live together to share rent. Okay. And they make sure they save a lot so they could support themselves. Okay, so just to answer, it depends on how will you manage your expenses.
Okay.
Yeah. So I really cannot fully answer, because it will gonna be depend on your lifestyle too.
Okay. So if I get what you're saying, it depends on how the student is able to manage. It is possible if the student is thrifty. Okay.
Yes, okay. It's how, like me,
Okay.
Let's say in Malaysia, if you're living if you're renting apartments in the downtown area, it will be much, much more expensive.
Yeah, sure.
To move a little farther, the rent will be gonna be lower.
It's okay.
So it's up.
Okay, so for a student who is on a student visa, can their spouse work?
Yes, their spouse can work full time. Okay, that's why especially that's why it's very nice for if you take up the MBA program.
Okay.
Because there's also no age limit if you take up for the MBA program.
Okay.
Actually, technically, if you read all the requirements, there's no age limit if you take up the vocational program, the bachelor's program, or the MBA program. But if you put yourself as a visa officer, and let's say I'm already 40 years old, and I'm gonna study for a vocational program or a bachelor's program, it will be very risky for me. Yeah, because of my age and my professional background. But if I'm gonna take up a higher level of education, which is the MBA, I can easily justify. Right.
Okay. Okay. I think you already addressed this on the issue of English exams. So we will wait for you to let us know the answer to the questions when you confirm.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, this already answered. Age, I think you already addressed the issue of age. Okay, so at what point does the candidate have to pay tuition? Is it before they leave their home country or upon arrival in Canada, or do they have a choice of deciding which one?
Okay, once you applied, we're going to give you the offer letter, and then it will be indicated there when will be the deadline of tuition payment. for the certain intake. So let's say I'm gonna go for the January intake, and then you need to consider the visa process, which about 6 weeks or up. Okay, so maybe that's about almost 2 months. Okay, it may be faster, it may be later. Okay, but let's make it an average of 2 months. Okay, so January intake, visa process 2 months. Maybe that will be November. Okay, so I need to apply as early as now. Okay, so when I get the offer letter, you need to have a tuition fee deposit of 7,900 Canadian dollars for you to have the LOA, or the letter of acceptance. Once you get the letter of acceptance, okay, that's the time that you can apply for visa. There's no need for you to pay for the whole tuition fee, or the whole tuition fee of the first year. Not unless, I don't think Malaysia is good for SDS, okay? So, or allowed, I'm not quite sure yet, okay? But going for the regular application, you need to have 7,900. That will be about for one term and one subject or two subjects, yeah. And then you need to pay every 3 months once you will be there. Okay. So yeah, before you leave, before you get your visa approved, you need to have an initial tuition fee deposit. Okay. All right. You're on mute. You're on mute. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. And then, how much money do I need to have to show proof of financial ability? And when do I need to have the cash?
Okay, it's not really that you need to have a cash. Okay. The cost of living is 10,000 Canadian dollars, and at least 1 year of the tuition fee. Oh, I'm gonna make a computation. Okay, so 10,000. Okay, and then the 1 year tuition fee is 16,000. So let's say 26,000 Canadian dollars. Yeah, so 26,000 Canadian dollars will be the one should be shown in the bank. Okay, or higher. It not necessarily on the student, but can be on the sponsor.
Okay. How do you identify sponsor?
My sponsor, okay, let's me and my dad. Okay, so my dad will be sponsoring me. My dad got a lot of money, so he's gonna provide his bank statement, bank certificate, proof of funds, income tax, transactions, okay, when you apply for a visa, and also the affidavit of support that I am Alexander Martinez, will be supporting my son who will be studying in Canada. Provided here are the documents of my income, blah 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 blah, and my properties, you know. Wait, okay.
Sorry, I mean the letter. Such a letter can come from anyone. It doesn't have to be a parent or.
Okay. The closest of the consanguinity, okay, or the family ties is the better. Not really anyone, because it will be hard for the visa officer to believe, maybe, you know. Let's say the mayor of Manila sponsored me, who don't even know me, so it might be very difficult. Okay. You know, I'm just exaggerating, but if it is my uncle, if it is my parents, you know, if it is my brother, I mean, it's really easy to justify.
So are you saying I have to also show proof of my relationship to the person?
Yes.
Like, what do I need to provide to show that I'm related to this person?
Okay, we're going to the visa, okay? I'm not really qualified for that, but I can answer. Some of my students provide their birth certificates, okay?
Again, sorry?
Their birth certificates.
Birth certificate?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm looking at a situation where my uncle is going to sponsor me. We don't have the same name. So
okay, it depends, okay? If whatever proof that it could show to show the relationship, okay?
Okay.
Okay. It's going to be a long discussion, you know.
And then, so when does the cash have to be available? You talked about the 26,000 Canadian dollars.
It should be there already in the bank, but you need to provide at least 6 months of bank statement.
Bank statement. And
Yeah. So if
is
they're
it
going to be
important
shown,
that you are operating it, or you can take a deposit?
yes,
For example, I can make an arrangement. Maybe I want to take a loan to pay my tuition. So
that's then.
I have a loan, and then I put it in my bank account, and it's there. Is that
Yeah, it could be
okay?
or it could be not. Okay, that's why it should be showing a 6 months transaction.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, because otherwise they might they might suspect that, like you said, I just loan it, put it there, and then when I
Exactly.
got approved, remove it, put it back.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
so
it
we
has
need
to
to,
be six
yeah,
months of
yeah,
moving the cash in and out, and okay.
yes, we need to prove that the student is capable of studying without relying for full-time job for the visa application.
Okay, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
the guidelines actually.
Next question: can I study medicine at UCW? Do you have a medicine
Really
course?
don't. It's just only business courses, sorry.
Okay, only business courses. Okay. Someone said I already completed Bachelor's of English with
That should
excellent
be,
grade. Can I get another Bachelor of English from Canada?
there's no need if you got the English,
No,
you
no.
know,
You
that
go
will
for
be
masters.
justifiable. Yeah.
Okay, okay. I have a MSc nursing from the Exila American University, Guyana. Do I still
Uh,
need the English test?
well, you already studied in US. I don't think we don't need it anymore.
Okay, okay. And then,
But we don't have courses of nursing in UCW. Sorry.
okay, 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 okay. No problem. And okay, I think those are the main questions that we have there. I don't know if there is anyone who has any other question
But
that
I
has
think
not
it's
been addressed. Maybe you can type in now, then we can address them. These are the questions that were sent in before before today. So, does anyone have any question? Maybe you can indicate, or you can
okay.
type in your question. You already addressed the age limit. Yeah, let me say something about the age limit again. For those who are not interested in the MBA program, what other options do they have if they are very matured candidates? Let's say someone
That's
over 40.
well. That's it. You know, actually, that's some of the problems I encountered before when I
Okay.
was in my previous school. If I will be having a matured student, I cannot offer MBA, only bachelor's. And the rate of refusal, excuse me, is high. So if there will be a matured student, I would suggest they take up the MBA program.
Okay. So any other question? I think by the way that those are the questions that we have. So we will really appreciate if you could, make findings about the English test for African students, especially Nigerian students, and then for other students from other parts of the world who already have English taught programs. I mean, English taught programs where they got certificates here.
Yeah,
And
if they
then,
got the English top programs,
okay.
I think it's okay. But I just need to find out if coming from Nigeria or from Africa. Okay.
If someone has an English taught program from Malaysia, what about that? Do they
I
need
think
English exam?
I think there's no need for them to take that up.
No
It's
need
easier.
for.
I think it's easy to justify that you already have that English certificate.
Okay, okay. And for people with PhD, they already have PhD.
Oh, they
And
cannot qualify
what
anymore.
professional courses do you have other than the MBA that they can apply for?
If the PhD is not related in business, they can take the MBA.
Sorry?
If the PhD is not related in business, let's say PhD in religion, okay, they can take up the MBA program.
Okay. Okay. Other than the MBA program, nothing else.
Yes. Sorry, we only got a few courses.
Oh, it's okay. No problem.
All
Thank
right.
you very much for your time. Thank you for
Thank you.
enlightening our participants.
Thank you.